And lately, he's the mayor of the City of Vaughan, Maurizio Bevilacqua, joining us for the Mayor's of the Morning. Good morning, Maurizio. How are you, my friend?
Good morning, Jim. Doing very well. Very proud of the community, all the public works and essential workers that are doing an exceptional job in a very selfless way. Obviously, as we were saying earlier, Jim, we're in a marathon, but the City of Vaughan has been responding very quickly to the COVID-19 crisis. Obviously, like every other city in the world, it seems, we're facing this challenge in a very serious way. We did all we could to make sure to stop the spread. As you know, we invest a lot of time in emergency operations and emergency preparedness here in the City of Vaughan. To just put it in perspective, we were reviewing COVID-19 6 weeks prior to the World Health Organization declaring it a global pandemic. We do that because we care, obviously, about the safety and well-being of our citizens. We immediately opened our emergency operations center and acted very swiftly on all the measures that we can take as a municipal government.
Maurizio, there's no question you and your staff and the City of Vaughan have done remarkable work trying to deal with the COVID-19 situation. Yet, as you tweeted out yesterday, currently Vaughan has 548 confirmed cases. The numbers are high. Why are the numbers in Vaughan so much higher than any other municipality in the York region?
Well, we are, as you know, Jim, this is a global pandemic, and we're an international city, and that's the reality of COVID. When you look at people traveling to and fro, various countries, and also we've had some community spread as a result of people, exercising, for example, in gyms, and also we had some outbreaks in some long-term care centers, as well as you probably remember some of the grocery stores have faced their challenges. But this basically, what it tells you is that it's the reason why I've been pushing this, the notion of social distancing and staying home and being so on top of that particular part of this file is because that's the only way that you're going to stop the spread. And I mean, we've done it in various ways. We thank 1059 for the work that you're doing in literally getting the message out, and I've done citywide telephone calls to everyone in the community, contacted with major organizations. I mean, with the advocacy role that we've been playing here is an important role, because we need to continually tell people that very basic things like physical distancing is very, very important. And in large part, I think the community has responded well. There are always in every community, there are people that don't necessarily follow the rules. And as you know, failure to comply to our bylaws is subject to fines of up to $100,000. So we're taking measures to deter people, and we're also getting out there and talking about the things that really matter, which is, look, don't be irresponsible, because, it shows a lack of self-respect and respect for others, and that to me is unacceptable behavior. But we must also, of course, first and foremost, look at the physical health and well-being of residents, which is absolutely our number one priority. And then in parallel lines, where we came out with a package to help businesses, which is extremely important. And Jim, the bottom line is the business of government here in the City of Vaughan continues. We're still working on 150 capital projects. Our building permits have increased 70%. We've issued 70% more than the average of the previous 3 years. The Mackenzie Vaughan Hospital continues to be built, and we're still working on the Vaughan Healthcare Center precinct. The point I'm making is that while we deal with COVID-19, while COVID-19 persists, city building must continue. And that was my message a couple of nights ago at City Hall. I delivered a speech to give an update to the citizens of Vaughan. And while it is a marathon, I use this concept in decision making called, bring the future to the present, so that we can channel all our energies towards creating conditions that will bring us to a recovery. And that's how we are governing here in the City of Vaughan. While I think that, as you can tell, I asked my team here to cancel Canada Day celebrations and have a virtual Canada Day celebration, which I'm glad also now the government of Canada is doing, because I think that this is going to take a little bit longer than we first imagined. But it's important to get it right, because if we start opening up the city, opening up the province and the country early, we may have a setback, which would be even more damaging to not only the health of the people, but also the psyche of the country. And I don't think that's the route to go. I think during this period of time, you have to be logical. You have to use the best knowledge that you have according to those who know, the scientists and public health officials, and remain true to the fact, to the principle, I should say, that the health and well-being of people is the number one priority. How we handle ourselves in the next few weeks and months will largely determine how we come out of it. And I think when you look at the governance of this particular challenge that we face, COVID-19, I believe that governments that are investing and injecting funds into the communities, into businesses, and literally helping people directly with various programs is the right thing to do for this period of time. Of course, one day we will all have to pay for that, but the reality is that right now the priority has to be the physical, mental, spiritual health of our citizens.
Well said, Mauricio. Just in closing, we just want to remind all the listeners, Vaughan's home to some great restaurants, great small businesses. You can support them, get some takeout, help them ride out this rough patch and get back to it. They'll be back to normal. But in the meantime, skip cooking one night and get some takeout and support local restaurants.
That's right. We launched a program, Jim, as you know, to shop local. And as you said, we're in this together, and we will emerge stronger.
Well said. Mauricio, stay safe for you and the family and the citizens of Vaughan. We'll talk soon. Take care.
Likewise. Thank you so much for all that you're doing for the community. Appreciate it very much.
It's my pleasure.